Hey there folks, Johnny Hiland here in my studio in Chatham, Virginia, bringing you a video on a brand new amp that I just got by the great folks at Victory Amps. It's called the Super Duchess. Now folks, there's a bit of a backstory with this amp that I have to tell you all about. See, several years ago, my bass player and dear brother Mr. T.J. Armstrong heard that Rob Chapman was passing through Nashville and he wanted us to meet. So, of course, we did have that opportunity, and Rob is just a wonderful guy. But he turned me on to Victory Amps and what they're all about, and through the years, we've struck up an amazing friendship. Now, all the folks at Victory Amps know that I endorse DestroyAllGuitars.com and Fat Jimmy Amps, and they're really good with it. They just know that when I come across the pond and I need an amp that I can depend on, they're the folks I'm going to call, that's for sure. So over the years, I talked to them several different times about designing an amp that was a high headroom, pedal-friendly amplifier that was kind of designed with 6L6s for chicken pickers, and of course for guys that like to play multiple genres. And folks, I'll tell you, I've tried a bunch of different Victory amps over the years, but oh my goodness, this Super Duchess is an answer to a prayer, guys. And it has some amazing modern features that I want to tell you all about, so let's take a closer look. Well folks, here is an awesome close-up of the Victory Super Duchess Combo that I have. I'm so proud to own this amp, guys. Victory, I thank y'all so much for blessing my life. I didn't know if I'd actually really like this color, but it's growing on me, and I love the brown leather accents. As you can see, folks, I'm miking this Victory with a Sennheiser E906, my favorite amp mic in the world. So let's now walk over to the top of this amp and see what it has to offer. Alright, first I want to start with the switch. So you see the purple light on the left, and then you see the switch. It is a 3-position switch that actually all the way to the top, or toward the back of the amp, is off. In the middle is standby, and then flip it all the way down and the amp is on. Then we start with the tremolo section, guys, and the tremolo section is truly awesome. The first knob actually controls how much trem you have and the intensity of it, and the second knob is the speed of the tremolo. Let me show you an example of that. Okay, now we're back. Then we have the master volume of the amp, which is really crucial, and as you can see, I'm running it just a little over halfway. Then we have the reverb section, and I'm sorry for the shaking, guys, I'm holding the iPad. But the reverb section is the actual reverb amount, and then they actually added a tone control. Let me show you guys some samples of how this sounds. Now, after the reverb section, you have bass, middle, and treble, 3-band EQ that work really well, and then, of course, the volume of the amp, which I have just under halfway. But what are those two little switches? Well, the one that's to your left is a 3-position mid switch, which really is controlled based on where you have the mid knob set, which I have at well, I guess just under halfway. But I will show you how these three positions sound here in a moment. But all the way toward the back of the amp is where I actually like it for country chicken picking. Then you have a middle section, and then the last one toward the handle is actually adds a little bit more highs. And to be honest with you guys, the way I see it is, the first position's like the mids, how it's set in the amp. Second position boosts it a little bit, or I guess you would say mid-lows. And then the third one actually adds a little highs, like you were adding a presence knob. Let me show you what that sounds like. And last, guys, we have voice 1 and voice 2. Now, I'll tell you what, guys, I didn't know if I'd actually like this section of the amp with that little switch there. And usually toward the back of the amp in voice 1 is where I like it for chicken picking. But oh, if I move it to voice 2, I love to play the blues. Check it out. Okay, well, outside of the input jack, we covered everything we needed to on the top panel. And now, I just wanted you guys to see a quick look at the back. Now, there are some pretty cool options. There's an effects loop in the back for you guys that like to run your delays and stuff through an effects loop. Looks very easy to run. Of course, this amp offers easy biasing, which is great. You can also add an external speaker cabinet if you want, which is cool. And there's all kinds of other cool features. Of course, place to, you know, change out your fuse if you need to. And of course, the place for the power jack in the back. But this amp is switchable from 100 watts down to 30 watts. And I got to tell you guys, if you want to add some tube saturation and some breakup, flip her on down to 30 watts if you're in a small venue, and listen to the amazing tone you get. The last thing that I wanted to mention, guys, was Victory was kind enough to put in my favorite Celestion speaker. In the back of this bad boy is, of course, a 112 speaker, and it is the Celestion G12 K100. There is that Celestion G12 K100 logo. Look at that. Of course, guys, in the bottom of the amp is that long tank for the spring reverb. Just an incredible, incredible combo. Well, folks, there you have it. An up-close look at my brand new Victory Super Duchess 112 combo. You know, folks, I hope every guitar player watching this video will actually go to victoryamps.com, check out that Super Duchess, whether you want it in a 112 combo or if you want to get a head and a 212 cab or a 412 cab. They're all available there. Shoot, even let the folks at Victory know that old Johnny Hiland sent you. That would tickle me to pieces. But, you know, folks, I couldn't be the artist I am today without your support. So please hit the subscribe button, whether you're watching this video on Victory Amps YouTube channel or on my new YouTube channel. Also, come check me out on Johnny Hiland Official on Facebook, because every other Sunday I do a live Q&A. Love to have you guys tune in with me, that's for sure. Also, make sure you like and follow that page as well. Well, folks, I've had a great time bringing this to you. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching. Happy picking to you. and I'll see you back here again real soon. Cheers.